Second of all, thank all my day one, my day twos, and my day threes for rocking with me. And if you're new to the channel, salute to you also. Much respect. Now, let's get straight into this. Okay. I just got to watching the movie The Purge and Archie. Right? Purge and Archie. Now, I am a huge fan of the Purge uh, series, the episodes, right? Franchise. But in this in particular movie, what caught my attention was the actual thumbnail. Okay. The thumbnail was an older man who had been working and was retired. The thing was, he worked so much that he was sick and he didn't have benefits uh, to take care of his sicknesses. And what he did was he had a daughter and a grandchild, and he wanted his granddaughter to go through college, right? And he wanted his daughter to be well off. So what he did was he actually went to elite family and received money and allowed himself to be purged, right? He allowed himself to be purged so they can have some kind of inheritance, right? Where they can be successful in the future or not, or on the page to be successful, right? 7 people in here. Hit the like button as you come in. Support the channel. Support the channel. Um, I identify that storyline with the average individual. Salute, sunshine. I identify that storyline with the average individual, right? You are taught in school, right? Indoctrinated in school to become a laborer, right? Either you're going to get out here, you're taught to get into the system, get into the corporations, and you're taught to work. Okay. Many people, and this is not just Americans, this is global. They get into the working system and they start working and they get jobs and come retirement age for whatever reason, their health decline. Their health be declining because of their age, and because of the chemical based foods and all these things that they eat and things of that nature. This is why life expectancy right now is like 74 years old. So they basically give you retirement at 62, 65. They basically give you 6 or 7 years basically to die after you didn't put all kind of money into the system. Okay. So the storyline, it was really intriguing and touching. Hit the thumbs up if you're coming in here. It's 12 people. It's gonna grow. I need you guys to hit the like button. I need the channel to start back growing. And so where it touched me at was this. This man worked all these years. All these years he worked. And he didn't have anything to pass on to his granddaughter and his daughter. Anything to pass on. So he sacrificed his life all those years to take care of his daughter, and she had a child and his granddaughter. And then when it came time to retire, he couldn't leave them nothing, right? He couldn't leave them anything, right? And this is how the rich purge the poor, meaning they drain you of all your resources from a teenager to adult until your elder ages. They drain you. They put you in the work system and work, wear your body out, and your body broken down and everything else. And when you retire with nothing. You have nothing to really pass on, right? And I know some people are gonna say, well, it depends on how you spend your money, this and that and the third. Well, what about their kids? Their kids not earning money, right? Their kids not earning money. Here's the thing about it, right? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be ultimately like just reality. Everybody who's super rich, wealthy, they've been wealthy since the beginning of time. It ain't too many people that you can't tell me anybody who wealthy that wasn't who didn't come from a rich family already. And this is centuries and centuries and centuries of wealth passed down. This is the kings and queens and individuals who was in the kings and queens family, cousins and stuff like that right now. This is the people who's wealthy. Right? So it just broke my heart. The movie broke my heart looking at that scenery, because that scenery is so many fathers and so many grandfathers across the globe, across the globe. And when you look at the cloth walls and the Bill Gates and you look at the Jeff Bezos and you look at all of the billionaire club boys, they inherit that shit. They literally inherit their wealth. None of them made money from the ground up. They inherited, right? So when I look at it and I see that this man sacrificed himself, for his family after all them years of putting money into the system, and he wasn't able to give his family anything, I decided to make a live about it with the actual picture as a thumbnail. So when individuals see the actual thumbnail, and I'm gonna have to upload it, but that's half of the thumbnail. The actual thumbnail says, "This is how the wealthy purge the poor." That's the actual thumbnail. And when you look at it from those point of views, salute Priscilla. When you look at it from those point of views, it's this is transpiring every day. I mean, it's somebody grandfather or dad who worked 40 years and dying with nothing. Or either they dying and passing on a house to their family that's paid for by the bank, it's paid for. But if they don't pay the taxes on it, the government's still gonna come take it and then resell it. This is happening across the globe. And these are the things that individuals are not talking about. How you put 40 years in the system, and then if you pass on stuff to your family, and let's say they can't afford to pay taxes on it, they come take it. Back in the day, people paid taxes to the kings and queens. The government is your modern day taxes. Modern day kings and queens. They are, the military is nothing but the world military is nothing but the knights for the kings and queens. Nothing but the knights. The presidents are the leaders of the countries for the kings and queens. And when I seen, like I say, I'm gonna stick to the script with that movie. When I seen that movie, a reality snapped in my mind that my grandfather, he was purged his whole life because he sacrificed his body doing manual labor and died with nothing. Died with nothing. Because guess what? Had he left something, then I wouldn't have had to follow his shoes. My dad wouldn't have to follow his shoes and work. And I wouldn't have to follow my dad's shoes and work. So what I'm saying is that those individuals who are rich right now, wealthy rather, in those secret meetings, right? Those individuals, they never had to do any labor or anything. All thing they do is sit down and think about how to continue to manipulate the masses of people to keep their control intact. Because this was all about. So it's not so many of them, and it's so many of us, but yet, salute Nathan, but yet they still find a way utilizing systems for population control. And you know how many millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people that got purged because of the monetary system by the wealthy? How many everybody in this live, somebody in your family definitely died broke. They died definitely broke because guess what? Even if they owned their home, they still had to pay taxes in the afterlife. Somebody still had to pay taxes on that property. They died with nothing. They didn't really pass on anything to you. because everything is already owned by somebody else or claimed by somebody else. You know, everything of the earth, the medicines, the water, the food, everything, the Most High give us for free. But yet we're being charged for all these things because of man control. They utilize the terminology structure. Okay, it'll be chaos if there's no structure, right? That's the terminology. But who indoctrinated and who taught all these negative things? Who the school system indoctrinates you as a pre-K to be a laborer, to come up into the system and be a laborer. And it don't teach you the important things on how to grow potatoes or how to grow apples or how to get a chicken and lay eggs with the chicken. It don't teach you none of these things. It teach you how to go be a construction worker, how to go build bridges, how to join the corporation world. It don't teach you nothing for survival. You know, their kids don't even go to school with your kids and my kids. Their kids go to the same schools. This is why individuals like former presidents' kids all go to Princeton and things of that nature, because they go into those schools to be a part of that club, that elite club. You know, so when I look at it from a point of view, that movie really just dropped a lot of truth on me, and in the reality, because they put everything in the movies. They put it in the movies, you know, facts, because bills are high, medicine's always been high, and now food is becoming expensive. And these things are free. These things are free. You should be able to grow anything you want in your backyard if you have one. You should be able to catch rainwater without them putting chemtrails in there. You should be taught in school what plants heal the body. You should be taught these things if they're going to put you in school. Salute. You know, you should be taught these things. But you're not taught these things. You're taught, go be a construction worker. And this is why, I don't know if you guys remember, I asked the question. I said, who's more important, a politician or a farmer? And who, you know, and I realized the farmer is more important. The farmer is the person that produced the food. The politicians just talk and create policies to try to control you. You know, that's it. So that old man in that thumbnail, hit the like button if you're coming in here. That's somebody grandpa. That's somebody dad. Unfortunately, that's really what it is. It's somebody grandpa, somebody dad. And it's gonna be, to all the fellas in here, that's eventually gonna be us. Because money don't have no real value. The worker is the value. But they didn't manipulated everyone and made them believe that a monetary system is the value. This is why they're buying all the land. Because they're buying all the land where you can grow food and all these things so they can control the food. Because you know you can't grow food on any land. Certain type of land, certain type of foods. And this is the game. They're taking fake money, something not even real, something that you can go to the restroom, take a dump and wipe with, and they're telling you that it's a valuable. I have more of this than you, so I'm more important than you. It's crazy. It's crazy. And when you just think about the history of your family, you think about all of the men and women that have worked, 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 only to get at retirement age and die right before retirement, or die right after retirement, or even a few years. All of the money that they put into the system, they didn't have opportunity to get it back. They didn't have opportunity to get it back. And this is a ridiculous pattern that's going on within the world. It's ridiculous, that it really moved me, because you guys got to check it out. Like I said initially, I'm a fan of the movies, those movies in particular, but everything have a meaning behind it. And when I seen that part of the movement, and I watched the movie multiple times, but today for some reason it just hit me differently. And when I seen it, I realized that that's my grandpa sitting in that chair. He sacrificed his body and in some cases his health, trying to, for a financial system, trying to get ahead, and he never got ahead, and he worked 40 something years, almost 50 years. I realized that. For 1 second, everybody in the live, y'all say hi to Priscilla. Put a high and thank you to Priscilla in the live, because she's watching the channel for me, and she's watching negative comments, or either just comments that just could be disrespectful to anybody else. So everybody say thank you to Priscilla, and hi Priscilla for a second. Priscilla, I appreciate you. I'm gonna stop talking until we do that. Every live I'm gonna do that. I like to show people I appreciate them. Every live I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that thumbnail is powerful, man. It's truly, truly powerful. That thumbnail is powerful. People, yes, those 5G towers, that they put up, that's a lot to do with the invisible. That's why it's invisible enemy. When they crank them up, things, they crank them up. Anything with radiation, or higher frequencies, it does something to the brain, and it does something to the heart. Anything with higher frequencies, it's not good for you. Anything with higher frequencies, But I appreciate you all for joining live. I just want, I wanted to come on here because I was touched when I seen that part of the movie. And you guys know I appreciate everybody who rock with the channel. And I wanted to come on here and just share my thoughts, and because I know somebody else struggle is my struggle, and my struggle is somebody else struggle. And I wanted to come on here and literally speak on that, and thank everybody for rocking with the channel. And I appreciate everybody. And this 504 cut, I'm gonna continue to do this for you guys. Salute.